Hey guys, how's it going? Crypto Stu with another Furio-based video. Launched or releasing a brand new version of the Furio Financial Freedom model. So I want to talk you through some of the major changes that are now that you will see if you download this spreadsheet and give it a go. And also, while we're going through that, I want to have a look at comparing a couple of different strategies and maybe to have a quick discussion around, why certain things have been implemented by the FTT recently, what that means for you as an investor, what it means for us collectively as investors in Furio, and why they are or why, I would certainly encourage each investor. Obviously, everyone plays this game in their own way, but why, if we all work together, we can all win. We can all earn much more long term if we can just pull together, particularly during these times, these unprecedented times of fear and doubt that exist within the crypto space and DeFi. Even probably more so at the moment. So, before we go into the model, as always, guys, please remember to hit like and subscribe. That's going to help me out with the YouTube channel. It's going to help more people get access to these videos. But most importantly, because I'm not a YouTuber, I simply make these videos to talk through these calculators. Most importantly is to help spread the word about the projects that you are invested in. And the more people we can spread that word to, overall, it improves the sustainability of the project as a whole. So, with that being said, let's get into this brand new version of the Furio Financial Freedom model. So we're up to v10.1, and there's a lot going on in this model. It's comprehensive. I can understand that if you look at this, at first glance, it's probably going to feel pretty daunting, and you might just give up. And I would encourage you to try and move through that, move past that, and really try and understand what this tool is able to do, and in terms of you planning your strategy moving forward. Now, obviously, you may need to pivot, you may need to adapt moving forward, depending on, we don't know what's around the corner, but it does give you a solid foundation where you can build a plan and, do your best to stick to that plan. And my goal with this model, when I first started it, was purely just for personal use, to allow me to see what might be the most beneficial strategy for me to follow. But it's grown since then. As the Furio ecosystem grows, I want to help use this as a tool to educate people, to help people understand the power that is possible if you use the features and the various different parts of the ecosystem that are available to you as an investor. Because the team aren't just launching these things, out of thin air. This has all been well planned in advance. Things like the Furpool, things like Furmax, these were always on the roadmap. We didn't know about them, but these were always on the roadmap in terms of building out the ecosystem and making the ecosystem more sustainable. And what I want this model to show is that it can be beneficial for all of us. If we use these features that the team are implementing, we earn more money. Individually, we earn more money. But collectively, the project keeps going. And so we all earn more money. And it gives the team time as well to help build out other elements that are out with their control at the moment. Things like the casino, which is being held up because of legal contractual issues. We need to give the system time to allow these income streams, to give Furbot an opportunity to really show its true profitability over the long term. And so if we can utilize some of these features that have been released, and if more people than not can do that, then we're going to be in a much, much stronger position moving forward. So, so what's changed in this model? If you're familiar with these v10 or v9.2, there's not a huge amount has changed in terms of how you use it as a user. You've got your main data input section at the top here, where you would put your initial investment, the price of fur. It's going to calculate what your fur vault balance is going to be on day one. The Furpool APR. So, I've got this at 50% at the moment. It's at 168% is the average over the last 14 days. So, downplaying this big time. In fact, why don't we, just for the purposes of this video, let's put it up to 100% just to see how that changes things. We've also got, I've included the daily sell limit in here, which is obviously something that the team introduced last week to really, again, just buy a bit more time at the moment until these income systems are really firing on all cylinders. If you've got an existing vault, so the data input tab here is where you would, if you're starting something brand new, if you've got an existing vault, you're going to need to know how much you've claimed in fur up to today's date, how much you've compounded to today's date, and what your current vault balance is, and you would fill that in here. Then you've got 3 different strategies that you can compare at one time. So one of the other new features is I've broken this up. Initially, in the last version, you basically had one strategy up till max wallet, and then you would change strategy from max wallet onwards. Personally, I have my own strategy is to do compounding only up until 5,000 fur, and then switch to a different strategy, and then switch to a different strategy once I hit max wallet. So I wanted to allow that flexibility for everyone to see how that would work. So this first compound claim strat, this is, what your strategy you start out with until you reach this balance. So if you want to just go straight to max wallet, just put 27,777 in here. Okay. Maybe you want to start a different strategy once you hit 2,000 fur. Just pop that in there. And then, so that then triggers this second strategy. So here you would be doing 6-1 rather than compounding daily. And you do that up to max wallet. And then from max wallet, you go to claim daily, for example. And over here, because of this new Furpool claim, we've got quite a few different options on the strategies. So on the right-hand side of the sheet here, you'll see a key that tells you what these different options in the drop-down box are. And that will allow you to make your decisions and play around with various different things. Then in the Furpools, if you're using the claim to Furpool, the Furpool claim threshold, similar to this up to vault balance feature here. Basically, once your Furpool balance hits this number, you then start claiming using this strategy here. Up until you hit this number, it's going to assume that you compound every single day. So let's just compare 2 strategies here. So in strategy number 1, right, we're going to, let's say $1,000, that's a good amount, is going to be our initial investment. Okay, and we're starting that on today's date. Furpool APR, we're going to say 100, and we've got the daily sell limit of 100 fur. We're going to compound daily up until 5,000 fur. We're then going to switch to a 6-1 strategy up to max wallet, and then we are going to claim daily. Okay, so Furpool is not involved in this strategy at all. And we can see here, it's going to take us 947 days in total until we hit max payout. So you can change these numbers here on the left-hand side to look at different dates. If I wanted to look at day 50, see it there, etc., etc. So on day 947, we're going to hit max payout. Based on a $4.50 price of fur, we will have claimed out a total of 242 grand. That is, essentially what you would have in your MetaMask. Okay, that is after all system taxes. So after your claim taxes, your whale taxes, your swap taxes, this is what you'd be left over with. Now let's compare that to utilizing the Furpool claim, okay? Just to show, how this differs in the long term. So we're going to go compounding only up until 5,000 fur. Then from 5,000 fur, we're going to alternate between a normal claim and a Furpool claim each week. So alternating 6-1 up to max wallet. Then from max wallet, we're going to do a strategy where we do 4 standard claims and 3 Furpool claims. Okay. Here, let's just go back to, let's do 1-1 on our Furpool as well. So what you can see here now is at 947 days, okay, we will have claimed 135k from the vault. We will have claimed 91k from Furpool. That's what we've claimed. And then we will also have 204,000 as a balance in Furpool. Okay, it's actually going to be a little bit more than that, because what I haven't done in this model is included the boosts that you get for going into the Furpool. So this is, we're downplaying this. But if I just pull out my calculator quickly, so that is going to be 204,000 plus 91,000 plus 135,000, 430,000. Right, in comparison to 242,000. Okay, so you're talking like 190k more by using the Furpool. This isn't, we're not playing around here. There's huge opportunity here. If you look at it after 1 year, okay, 52k you will have claimed out the system if you just use the vault. If you utilize the strategy that we've talked about moving to the Furpool, that's 31k plus 3k plus 33k, 67k minus 52k, $15,000 more after 1 year for using the Furpool. Okay, so in my eyes, it's a no-brainer, because what this does is it builds your passive income stream long term. But what it also does is every single time you claim to the Furpool, you reduce the sell pressure on the vault, because only half the fur has to be sold to create the LP token. So you're literally reducing the sell pressure by 50% in the system by utilizing the Furpool. Okay, so should be dead straightforward. Have a play around with this, guys. See what you think. Maybe you want to just alternate daily once you hit max wallet from, so 1 day claim, 1 day Furpool claim. And again, you're going to see what difference that makes to your overall amount of cash that you can take out of the system. I haven't even talked about Furmax yet, and Furmax is also included in this calculator. Again, this is another tool, and Furmax will be being built out. So at the moment we have our 3 options. We have Furpool, Furbot, and Furbet as separate investment fund that we can use half of our daily loan amount to go into that separate fund. So the way that this works quickly is there's a couple of extra little inputs that you need to put in here. Your local government tax rate. Now, obviously, we're not giving financial advice here in terms of what taxes you are liable to pay. That's something that you would need to go out and research yourself. But Furmax should be a tax efficient way for you to claim out of the vault. Please have a look at the official Medium articles that detail, why that is likely the case. You'll also need to put in your Furpool APRs, Furbot monthly returns, This is similar to the button on the dashboard and Vault here, the Furpool claim threshold and the strategy for Furpool. So Furpool allocation, 75%. Let's say we do 50% in Furpool, 25% in Furbot, 25% in Furbet. Furbet price, percentage increase or decrease for the Furbet token. What the casino profit is likely to be quarterly. Again, there's quite a lot of assumptions here, but this is pulled from the official Medium articles, APY and Furbet, circulating supply, etc., etc. If I was you, at the moment, until we've got more information, just leave these as they are at the moment. And what this is going to show you is, how much more profitable it is to go into Furmax once you hit max wallet. So it's going to show you the amount of FUR that you're essentially taking a loan against, which is, this number here. And that's what you're going to get after the Furmax loan tax. And so you can see here that, and this includes, by the way, any money you've claimed from the vault up until you hit max wallet. It also includes the money that you've put into Furpool up until you hit max wallet. You can see here your existing Furpool balance. It's 0 at the moment because it uses the first strategy. It uses strategy 1. Okay, so if we were to do a Furpool strategy in here, let's just go back and have a look and see how that plays out here. Yeah, you can see that our Furpool balance is 1,135. Okay, so play around with it anyway, but it shows you in big bold numbers here exactly how much you're likely to earn additionally by using Furmax because of the tax benefits that you get. And then also the fact that you're diversifying into a longer term income stream. You're going to have this coming in every month once you reach the end of your loan agreement. Okay, guys, I think that's probably long enough. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to cover. Yeah, you can, if you want to go in and have a look at this, what impact this daily sell limit has on you, then you can pop into each of the strategies. You scroll over to the show me the money section. You're going to see the cumulative FUR backlog, okay, and then the amount of FUR you've sold. So as you can see, we're compounding only at this stage. Scroll down. Now we're starting to make some claims. So we can see here our first claim there is for 120 FUR. We can only sell 100 FUR. So we've got a backlog then of 20 FUR. And so we sell that 20 FUR the next day. And so as you see here, it really doesn't affect you at all until you get to max wallet. So I'm going to assume that we've hit max wallet here. Yeah, we have. And this backlog's going to start to grow. But it will then quite quickly come back down again. As we can see here, we're now claiming out exactly the amount that is in there. So, any questions, guys, please let me know. And I will either in the comments here or jump into the Telegram, the Furio Telegram where I'm an admin, and I will do my best to answer those questions as quickly and as comprehensively as I can.